When you think of a horror game, what comes to mind? Many of my favorite games aren't even in the horror genre. They just contain things that are generally creepy. It's become popular to call out the Source engine for being creepy, given how the engine was built for Half-Life 2 in mind, a post-apocalyptic game. Real quick, you guys, I just want to get this out of the way. Yes, I did shave my face. With a jawline like this, I could definitely cut cheese. And you know what? I do cut the cheese a lot. Really quickly though, I want to thank you guys so much for the support on the last video. It blew up, and I appreciate all your guys' support. Anyway, we are about to find some ghosts in the Source engine in Gary's mod, and it's pretty crazy, so roll the clip. Wait, come do the Bloody Mary ritual at the mirror.
My God.
I'm gonna record it. Actually, you have to be alone. You have to be alone, but I'm gonna put a camera here.
Okay.
Wait,
everybody.
wait. Don't mind this. I'm gonna leave you alone.
Alright. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Is everything okay, buddy?
Here.
What happened here? What's this? Why is the mirror
That was
crashing?
her! That was her, dude.
Are you serious?
That was her. That wasn't there before I said it, I swear.
Dude, and what's that? Oh my God, that might have been her.
On me.
Let's go.
Yeah, keep the strap.
She's still out there. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Oh my God.
I hope I get haunted. Did you see something?
Look!
Go! Get your gun, get your gun.
Get him! Hey!
He left something behind. What does this mean? It's another language.
That's schizo, bro, obviously. He left something behind. Oh!
Liminal spaces in the backrooms have been on the rise in popularity as well, embracing the horror of abandoned and forgotten places. Now, Aperture Science's underground facility, where the game takes place, is definitely one of these places. Portal is set within a sterile, abandoned enrichment center, setting the stage for isolation. You are the only person down here, without a single other human in sight. This heightens tension. You're facing the ominous machinery and haunting silence, mostly by yourself. Your only sense of company is a voice, GLaDOS, an artificial intelligence that serves you as your only guide.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center.
Her voice is the first thing you hear upon waking up. It seems her intention is to help you through the facility as you progress. However, this voice of reason descends into one of aggression.
Good news. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did.
The unpredictability of her intentions, combined with her eerie threats disguised as jokes, create an unsettling dynamic that kept me on edge playing through the game. While the chambers initially appear as straightforward puzzle solving, testing your intelligence, they soon begin to feel inescapable and threatening. The stark white walls and seemingly endless repetition contribute to a growing sense of entrapment, reminding you that your only way out, seemingly, is through GLaDOS. Portal toys with your sense of space and reality. The introduction of technology like the portal gun, creating wormholes, challenges the player's understanding of physics and reality. The ability to get close glimpses of yourself through these portals made me feel uneasy, even as someone who's beaten the game before. Unlike most games that feature NPCs, Portal keeps you isolated. The lack of friendly faces pushes you to make some with the objects laying around. For me, this was a radio and the companion cube, sometimes even turrets after being deactivated. With the employment of dark humor and irony, it can lead you into a false sense of security, with comedic messaging on the walls and a promise of cake you're given as a reason to tread forward. These are, however, some messages left behind that further your suspicion of GLaDOS and the nature of this place. Fear of the unknown is the most primal fear we humans face. I talked about it in my last video regarding the back rooms, and Portal gives you kind of a similar feeling. As you delve deeper into the bowels of Aperture Science, you uncover unsettling truths about the facility's history and purpose. Questions naturally flood your mind, with little to no answers. In Chambers 16 and 17, There are openings behind walls that reveal a more sinister history of this place. Left behind are the scribblings of a schizophrenic man, known as Doug Ratman. Often unseen but deeply influential, Ratman's presence is felt through the haunting messages he leaves scrawled across the walls. His notes, accompanied by cryptic drawings, tell a tale of paranoia, the desperate struggle against GLaDOS, and more. Ratman's story is revealed through scattered messages, hints at the events leading up to the player's arrival, and offers a glimpse into the psychological toll of isolation and manipulation. His elusive presence raises questions about the extent of GLaDOS' influence and the untold stories within the facility's walls. This is a quote that he directly wrote in the game. "Not in cruelty, nor in wrath, the Reaper came today. An angel visited this gray party and took the cube away." This is a reference to the passage from Henry Wadsworth called The Reaper and the Flowers.
There is a Reaper whose name is Death, and with his sickle keen, he reaps the bearded grain and a breeze, and the flowers that go between. Quote, "Shall I have naught that is there?" Unquote, says he. Quote, "Have naught but the bearded grain? Though the breeze of these flowers is sweet to me, I will give that all back again." Unquote, he gazed at the flowers with tearful eyes, he kissed their drooping leaves. It was for the Lord of Paradise he found that in his sheaves. Quote, "My Lord has need of these flowers, gay." Unquote, the Reaper said, and smiled. Quote, "Dear tokens of years are they, where he was once a child." Quote, "They shall all bloom in fields of light, transplanted by my care and saints, upon their garments white, these second blossoms wear." Unquote, and the mother gave, in tears and pain, the flowers she most did love. She knew she should find them all again in the fields of light above. Oh, not in cruelty, not in wrath, the Reaper came that day. 'Twas an angel visited the green earth and took the flowers away.
There's also a login for the website that contains a video. Doug was likely the last one alive, having a history of mental illness and watching his friends die to the cold, robotic hands of GLaDOS was more than enough for him to go into hiding with his only friend and companion, the Companion Cube. Speaking of the Companion Cube, it is obviously an inanimate object that becomes emotionally significant in Chapter 17. You're given the closest thing to comfort in the form of it, with pink hearts etched upon its surface and the test conducted on you. You naturally bond with it. At least, I did. Later in the chamber, GLaDOS forces you to dispose of it, knowing you had an attachment to it. In response, the game greets you with an achievement of fratricide, the killing of one's brother or sister. Does this mean the cube is alive?
The symptoms most commonly produced by enrichment center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The enrichment center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
As any of us who've played the games know, the cake is alive. In Chamber 19, GLaDOS brutally attempts to murder you outright. After making your admittedly easy escape, you finally get to see what's behind these plastered walls. Navigating your way through the back rooms of the facility, GLaDOS frantically tries to convince you to return, claiming she was joking. Continuing forward, you find her and put an end to this android hell, which is a real place, making it all the more disturbing to think about what happens to these turrets, radios, and cubes. Once you're able to put a stop to the madness and find yourself on the surface, unconscious from the impact, you're dragged back in by the very thing keeping you under. Now, this is the plot to Portal 1, and I believe Portal 2 is just as, if not more, disturbing with the things you find out. However, I think Portal 1 captures this sort of isolation better than the latter, because in Portal 2, you end up teaming up with GLaDOS and gain more insight into her psyche, finding out she is just a personality uploaded into a computer, and that computer's hardwired to dispose of the humans in the facility. Something I also like about this game is that the sound design feels like it's intentionally trying to make you uneasy. Many soundtracks from the game heighten the feeling of isolation. Things like elevators have dirty mattresses, showing the age that this facility is in, and the state that the people left it in, clearly showing that they didn't leave this place willingly and there's unfinished work. Things like radios and turrets scream when you decide to take them through the beam. The beam that is meant to get rid of anything you may try and take with you out of the chamber. It disintegrates, leaving the screams of somebody behind, which I find very disturbing considering this is what's supposed to be an inanimate object. I wonder what happens if you take the radio through this thing. Will it disintegrate? What the It just makes me wonder, like, what is this implying? So I found this out after recording my footage and everything for this video, but when I was in the chamber with the companion cube, I held the radio at a certain point, like right by the incinerator, and I heard what sounded like Morse code or some secret message. So I researched it, and what I found was a phone number that could not be called. Instead, it was more of like a landline, I suppose, for old computers. So once you boot it up with the right technology, you can see secret messages hinting at Cave Johnson, and if you use a password and username referred to as backup, it refers to a sort of like backup GLaDOS that may be the reasoning for her coming back in Portal 2. This also has a lot of hints towards the sequel with lines from Cave Johnson. So I thought it was really crazy that they were hinting at the sequel from the start, and it was creepy when I heard this message. With that said though, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, where I talk about games or creepy stuff, make sure to subscribe because there's more coming soon. I really wanted to say I appreciate your guys' support on the last video. It was my fastest growing video, I think, ever, and at least my most liked and viewed post in over 5 years. So thank you guys for getting me here, and there will be more. So stay tuned. Bye.